I'm Mark Reynard, I'm Commercial Director at 3D Hub. We're a 3D partner with NEC and we provide content and educational content for 3D for use with ultra short throw projectors and 3D projectors. What I'm going to do now is a quick demonstration of how our interactive educational content works and how our 3D player, which we've been developing over the last 3 years, is available now for schools and educational establishments throughout the UK. So down here we've got a little button, we're just going to double click on that. We're using the NEC E-beam pen with the NEC E-beam receiver and an ultra short throw projector. So that's our kind of equipment today, just onto a standard whiteboard. So the first thing we're going to do, as you can see, is our player's now opened and we've got two buttons here, 2D and 3D. Obviously today we're recording this in 2D and most of you will be watching in 2D, so we're going to be using the 2D button. But you know, if we wanted to do this in 3D, it would obviously everything that you see here would work just as well in 3D as 2D. First thing we do then, we open some content. We're just going to go onto our desktop and find some content that I've already got here, and we're going to open a female head. So for somebody like a biology teacher or in the science department, they might want to be able to peel back the layers of a human head and see what's inside. This is the sort of software that allows you to do that. And what we've tried to do is replicate those old days when a teacher had a big plastic model in a storeroom she could bring out, or he could bring out and start taking it apart so that the children could actually see what was inside things. And our software is very much based around that kind of idea. So here we have a female head now on the screen. There's a selection of buttons here. There's the 2D, the 3D. There's also a button here that allows you to change what types of 3D it's outputting for different types of screens. And then we've got a little button here that allows you to write on the screen and annotate things around your picture. Press your photo button and you can use that picture within your own PowerPoints to hand out if you're in the classroom. So we'll just hit the 2D button now and we go to a big large face. And now using the E-beam pen, we can actually take the tip as though we're touching the screen, but actually then pick up the female head and move it around in three-dimensional space. So even though I'm not actually touching the screen, I have control of the model. Obviously in 3D, the head would be hanging out here for you, and all the pupils or the children in the class would be wearing glasses. So now we have a selection of buttons up here. One of the buttons that's very important we found was this little button at the top here, and basically that moves all of your buttons from side to side. So it allows a teacher to stand on the other side of the board depending on how a classroom's laid out. Really important button. Another important button is the little red button down here that allows you to close the program and find other bits of content or go elsewhere in your PC. And the reason it's on the opposite side is because if you accidentally touch it on an interactive whiteboard, it would shut your program down. So we've put it on the other side so that you have to physically bring it to yourself. And to do that, you hit your jump across button and then hit your button to go out of the actual program. I'm just going to bring my buttons back again. So now we have a section of buttons here. First thing I can do is put the head into a position I want, and then I can remove the skin. So we just click the button for minus, and it takes away that particular item. So we've taken away the skin, we can now move the head around, 360, move it around again. We can then remove the muscles, we can remove the skull, move the nervous system, the teeth, just leave the eyes, and then we could zoom in on the eye, for instance, bring the eye forward, and again move it around. Other great things with the software is every time you zoom in on something, another board of items appear, and this allows you to do things like highlight sections and then add text to it. And that allows a teacher to be able to annotate on the screen and then move things around. So the great thing about 3D Hub Player is it allows you to play 2D and 3D videos within the same player window directly from your PC.